the situation in Israel and Gaza is taking a very long-standing approach. We've seen 80,000 deaths and counting. We have seen 500,000 injuries, and there is no solution even after the Gaza Board of Peace associated and initiated by US President Donald Trump. Right now, Benjamin Netanyahu is supposedly to visit US President Donald Trump this week. Amongst this visit of Netanyahu, we also understand how the Epstein files connects back to Israel, and how people are now, conspiracy theorists are now coming back to say that Jeffrey Epstein used to work for the Israeli side. And as we were hearing the news, how they are planning to annex all of the West Bank, which is actually a territory belonging to Palestine, belonging to the Palestinian ethnic community. I want to understand more from you. What is your observation, especially in the lieu of annexing of the West Bank?
Thank you, Bantu, and very warm greetings to my viewers. It's very unfortunate that we are sitting on a day, this morning particularly, there was air strike on Gaza, and so far reportedly 4 killed and few dozens were injured. And it is happening on such a moment when there were supposed to be absolutely peace in Gaza as per the protocol or as per the negotiation signed duly by the both the parties, Hamas and the Israeli authority, and supervised by the big power like USA. So even after that, when this sorts of sudden airstrike goes on, sudden killing goes on, that it means that it is a eyewash in front of the world community, and in fact USA doesn't care about who is being killed, how many is being killed, so long it is done by Israelis. So this cannot be the world order. If this is so, today it is happening in Gaza, tomorrow it can happen in Iran, next day it can happen in Venezuela, and after that who is the next we do not know, maybe even the Taiwan or even any other country for that matter. Already Greenland is under various questions that it is a matter of time now when the war centering Greenland will break out. So all this together makes the world really very clumsy, very obscure regarding the peace process in this world. And to be very specific, it is centered with the Donald Trump himself. He is not bothering about what his own country people are even thinking, what the taxpayer of the country are demanding, what the other civil society is advocating. Nothing is being bothered by this particular president. He is taking his decision at his own and doing and undoing whatever he is feeling like, which is a very dangerous sign, and that reminds me the nature of the Hitler or Mussolini. He is maybe he is the new form arriving in this world for the next decade.
Iran has a very recent meeting with the United States counterpart in Oman, Muscat, and the major discussion was regarding how to disarm Iran of its nuclear capacity, and whether Iran shall be refining uranium for the potential of seeking it into their missile program. I know that the Iranian missile program is very respected amongst all the neighboring countries. We have Saudi Arabia, who came up to say that its land and territory shall not be used for any kind of retaliation with Iran. Of course, Saudi Arabia understands that any kind of retaliation would also cause harm to them, whether it be economically, if not by military intervention. So I want to know, even as this goes on, the US military spending defense budget has increased another 500 billion, amassing towards 1.5 trillion budgeted for military expenditure. Do you believe that in the coming days we'll see more war fronts breaking out in which the US shall play a very major part?
Yeah, to be very honest, it is not unlikely that the world is heading towards a very big war. Maybe this time war will, the human being or casualty of the human being should be less in the war field, but entire world community will have to pay for this. And how you see the way the war broke out between the Russia and the Ukraine, that had impact on the entire world, even in Bangladesh. Now you are talking about this particular Muscat summit held in Oman between the Iranian foreign secretary or the foreign minister and top level security personnel and the representative of the USA under the supervision or under the patronship of the Omani Amir or the Sultan. It is very encouraging because Oman is a peace loving country, it is internationally proved, and particularly the Hormuz Strait, which is very important and significant in the world map, especially because of the transportation of the crude oil, lies in between Iran and the Sultanate of Oman. So, Oman, if it takes a part either in favor of Iran or in favor of USA, that makes a big difference as far as the domination over this Hormuz Strait is concerned. So, Oman now taking a peace initiative means something very different, something very important. Now, next important thing is the outcome of this particular summit or this particular conference, whatever we call it. There, yes, there was a proposal from the US side that they want a total discontinuation of use of uranium and other peaceful use of the this nuclear any product relating to the nuclear warfare or the sentiment, whatever you call it. So, here is the point, Iran repeatedly telling that they are not in favor of extending their nuclear warhead development program, but it does not mean that they should stop the peaceful use of the uranium and the nuclear plants. It cannot be happened. You know, the nuclear, even in Bangladesh, we are researching in a very small scale regarding the diseases, regarding the this research onto the crops, even onto the soil of the country. So, there are different use of nuclear items, but USA giving a one-sided decision that no, you cannot do this, it does not go with the world order. Every sovereign country has its own interest, its own program, its own outlook for the future. So, Iran as an independent sovereign country can definitely pursue the development of the uranium based products for the peaceful use, maybe the power plant, maybe the satellite, maybe a spaceship, anything for that matter. Nobody has the right to stop a country like this. Yes, internationally it is approved, internationally it is well recognized that there is a ban on use of uranium or any other nuclear based weapon or warhead development as per the law of the order and as per the convention. Iran is always respectful to that, but question comes, these sorts of rumor, whatever is coming out from different Western allies that Iran is developing a nuclear warhead which is a danger to the world and especially for Israel and other Arab countries, and as the Iran has already given a big shout that if Iran is under attack, they are going to counter attack the military bases
almost 22 in the Middle East.
In the Middle East, they are going to put them under attack as well. So, that particular big shout probably made a big question in the mind of Western allies. That is why they are coming to Iran and trying to put some embargo on this, but in long run we will have to remember that this sorts of rumor and this sorts of hypotheses came up with Iraq also. They also attacked Iraq in the name of
weapons of mass destruction.
Weapon of mass destruction. This sorts of rumor is coming up against Pakistan even. This sorts of rumor can come up anytime, but it does not mean that with the name of this some country will be annexed, some country will be put under pressure. At the end of the day, every country should enjoy their sovereignty and their right to live and develop their society with whatever peaceful process they have.